Art Journal Postcard, Studio Mascot Number 2, a marker painting. Maybe you've seen the antique dress form I affectionately call Mrs. Wilkins, after my high school art teacher. Well, let me introduce you to my other studio mascot. Except she doesn't have an official name. A couple years ago, someone in an art group I was in did name her, but it never really caught on. And I cannot remember that name to this day. I'm doing a postcard here, just using up my old dry Bic Mark-It markers, painting with them actually, and then I break out the Biggie Faber Castell markers. As you watch me paint this postcard, can you help me? Can you help me name my other mascot? This is not a contest, and there are no prizes, but she really needs a name. Do you have any suggestions? Leave them in the comments below and I will look through them and maybe we can come up with a good name for her. I feel like working on another project today. I certainly have enough to do, but when you get inspired and you have to go with it. I still have this set of old Bic Mark-It markers, and I did a video where I used alcohol to blend my markers, and I certainly have enough ink left in here that I still want to do some more projects with them. So I'm going to be using these. I'm going to be using Strathmore watercolor postcards. I'm going to be using some clear gesso, some alcohol, this old brush to apply my gesso, my clear gesso to the page, and a fine brush and some of my Faber Castell pit pens that I use to sketch in with my quick sketches journal. I like those. And also I want to introduce to you one of my studio mascots that I haven't shown you before, and it is this pincushion doll. Isn't she something? I haven't named her. I was in another art group and they named her, but I really, I can't even remember the name to tell the truth. So she doesn't have a name yet. If you want to suggest the name, if I like it, I'll use it. If I don't, I probably will keep her name anonymous. But I like her. When I bought her very cheap at an antique store, and she's a pincushion doll. She's an antique one, and I have all these little pins here at the base. I put those in just as decorative elements, and I use her all the time because I'm always using pins in my. And no, this is not a voodoo doll. Don't get paranoid about it. This is a pincushion doll that you put needles and pins. People that sew have pincushion dolls. And I have all sorts of little pincushions. I have these feathery ones here. And then I also added this feather eyelash for her hair. I just think that really makes that. In fact, I have another watercolor that I did a couple of years ago based on her, and I should show that to you. But I'm going to do, using my old markers, a painting, so to speak, with my, I want to show you how I can paint with my markers. So, suggest the name. This is not a contest. If I like the name, I'll use it. If I don't, I won't. I'll keep it until I find another name for her. But this is my other studio mascot. My main studio mascot is my dress form, and I call her Mrs. Wilkins after my high school art teacher. But this, I don't know. This is not my high school art teacher. This is more, I wouldn't call her a muse. She's just a mascot. When I did my introduction video, I told you in my introduction video way last June that I would be showing you at some point my other studio Mascot. So I am going to get started here right away with my clear gesso. Let's just pull it. This is a watercolor based postcard, Strathmore Art Journal 4x6. And I'm going to put clear gesso on it because I find that the Bic Mark-It markers will adhere, or they won't tend to soak in as much to the paper if it has a acrylic base. Okay, here is the finished postcard, the finished marker drawing, the marker painting. I used my Bic Mark-It markers. I have an old set that's drying out, and I used them on transferred ink onto my craft sheet and used denatured alcohol to dilute the ink, and used them as an underpainting, and then I used my Biggie Faber Castell markers to add the brighter colors. So look at her fiery orange hair. Isn't that wild? So I'm considering this her official identification document. So if you can think of a name for her, please leave it in the comments below, and I'll look through them, and maybe we can come up with something to put on there to officially identify my other studio mascot. I hope that you've enjoyed watching these videos, and if you have, please subscribe to my channel. I plan to be doing more of these types of videos in the future. I will see you on the next page.